I know Southpaw TV.
Not only are boxing fans the most uneducated about the sport, they are the most uninformed about the actual sport of boxing. Gervonta Tank Davis being the face of boxing. Let me just say that the man could do whatever he wants because he is the face of boxing.
Yeah, I watched that motherfucker Southpaw.
What I mean by that is that if Gervonta Davis' team wants there to be a rehydration clause in the Frank Martin fight, then there will be a rehydration clause in the Frank Martin fight. Tank is the A side. But you already know Twitter, the place not to go for boxing news. A clown Twitter page by the name of How Boxing Works tweeted out, Frank Martin just stated on Spaces that there is a possible rehydration clause for the upcoming fight with Tank. He's not 100% sure, but there is a rematch clause. ATLEN Trader said, nah, I need this to be sure before rumors get started. Gervonta Davis and Errol Spence, is this true? Say it ain't so, big homie, y'all the same weight class. I can't let y'all skate with that one.
Who made the most money?
Errol Spence, the damaged individual, said, yeah, it's the WBA rule. Errol Spence don't know what he talking about. Tank Davis said, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Y'all telling me I got enough power to tell the WBA what to do. I don't even know what the hell is going on.
I'm going to boom them on camera.
Tank Davis said he had no idea about this new rule, but Gervonta Davis asked a very interesting question. Tank Davis said, if we coming in at the same weight, what the hell is the problem? Let me answer that for Gervonta Davis. There is no problem. Boxing fans just want something to complain about when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis. Boxing fans fail to forget that no fighter in the history of the sport of boxing got more rehydration clauses than the supposed face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez.
I was born ready.
Leonard Ellaby said, don't worry about it. People just want something to complain about. They will complain about anything. Well, it turns out that all that was just a rumor. You see, there will be no rehydration clause for Frank Martin versus Gervonta Davis. Frank Martin is a clown for starting up that rumor on the internet. You see, Frank Martin knows that he's gonna lose to Gervonta Tank Davis. So what he trying to do is manipulate the public to believe there was some type of rehydration clause. Frank Martin will be getting knocked out in about 3 rounds. At first I said 6 rounds, but due to the fact that Frank Martin is showing insecurity, lets me and you both know that he is not ready for this fight. Frank Martin will get destroyed.
He ain't like that.
Dan Rayfield, this clown on Twitter, said there will be no rehydration clause for Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. The WBA is planning to follow the IBF by requiring Friday morning weight check. But the fight is already done, and it will not be a part of it. Possible for the future WBA title fights, but not for Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin. There will be no rehydration clause with Tank Davis and Frank Martin. Get that out your heads.
Stop the cap.
Speaking of Tank Davis, the BET Awards just nominated Gervonta Tank Davis for the Sportsman of the Year award. He is nominated right next to people like Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, and Steph Curry. BET said, these black men have proven to be the leaders of the game and in real life. They are absolutely right. Gervonta Tank Davis is what I call a role model for up-and-coming young fighters. Not Canelo Alvarez or Devin Haney.
So which one is it?
Gervonta Davis thought this would be a good idea to take a shot at Devin Haney. Gervonta Davis said, where are these other guys? You will never see Devin Haney on the Athlete of the Year award when it comes to BET or any network for that matter. Devin Haney will never, and I do repeat, never be Athlete of the Year. Never be Fighter of the Year. The man got whooped all 12 rounds by a man who was never even a champion.
Stop talking about that.
Speaking of Tank Davis, the man who Devin Haney wishes he was, Michael Benson reported that His Excellency, the biggest culture vulture in boxing today, Mr. Turki Alashiki, has named Gervonta Davis versus Inoue on his list of dream fights that he want to make. If they could reach the right weight and give us the right proposal, we could definitely deliver the fight. What y'all think about this? How do you think a fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and that hype job Inoue will go? Due to the fact that we just seen Inoue dropped in the very first round by Luis Netti from a left hand, lets me and you both know that there is no way that he could survive at least 2 rounds with Gervonta Tank Davis. I truly believe Gervonta Davis could knock out Inoue with the jab. Inoue got a glass jaw.
He's a coward.
Y'all know Turki Al-Ashiki is a culture vulture in boxing. The man just got into boxing, but he's putting on all the great fights. But Turki Al-Ashiki specifically said, if Inoue is ready to box outside of Japan, he could definitely make a fight between Tank Davis and Inoue. In my personal opinion, I think Inoue is scared to box outside Japan. He is scared to fight in the United States because, like Floyd Mayweather said, if you want to be respected in the United States of America, take American drug tests unless you got an issue with taking American drug tests. And you already know there was gonna be backlash on Twitter, the home of the uneducated boxing fan, talking about, yo, why would you want Inoue to move up to fight Gervonta Tank Davis? He is too small to fight Gervonta Davis. But y'all ain't got no problem with this fight right here that Turki Al-Ashiki proposed. Turki Al-Ashiki said that he want to make Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Y'all ain't got no issue with that as long as y'all keeping Canelo away from David Benavidez. You got no issue with Canelo Alvarez being 3 weight classes bigger than Bud Crawford fighting Bud. But you got an issue when it comes to that hype job Inoue.
Which one is it?
I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't want to see Terrence Crawford fight Canelo Alvarez, even though I do think that Canelo Alvarez would lose to Terrence Crawford. I think Bud Crawford would knock Canelo Alvarez out. But I definitely would love to see the hype train Inoue get stopped by Gervonta Davis with a jab. Like I said, I truly believe that Gervonta Davis could knock out Inoue with a jab.
But you need to concentrate.